Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how you can edit your stats in Reforged. If you have a really broken character or you've been playing the game for a while, eventually you might want to try out a character that just kind of goes past the limit of what you can do in the game. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's not a lot of easy guides that just explain everything online or videos, so I figured I'd make one just to make the whole process easier for somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing. So let's just get right into it. First thing you want to do is go into the Heads Will Roll files on Steam. You can just go into your Steam folder, Library, Steam Apps, Common, or you can open the installed files, and you'll eventually go to Heads Will Roll. You want to find this file right here, the RENPY. Open that up, and you're going to go into this folder right here, the Common file, and scroll down until you find the 00 console right here. There's going to be two of them. You want this file right here, the RPY file. It's on the top. You may have to open it up with notes, but once you do, it'll look something like this. And just hold down Control, click F, and you're going to want to find, or enter this in, the config console equals false. For me, it's going to say true, because I already enabled it, but just replace true with false. Click down, and then you can find it. It's going to be right here. And all you have to do, it's going to say false. Just delete that, and put true, then exit and save, and after you do that, the debug should be able to pop up. Once you get into the game, just hold down Shift and click O, and you'll see the debug screen pops up. There will be empty. It won't say any of this. This is from me typing stuff in. But yeah, that's how you do it. Shift O. So let me just get into the game real quick. So as you can see, my character is level 2000. I have almost 40,000 generation points when I'm making a game. So that means when I make a character, click this button, all to max, everything caps out at 25. It goes up to 10, 9 weapon points and civic talent points. And I have all these leftover points that I can spend. Normally, you can choose your weapons, your armor, whatever you want to do. Go into your inventory. But the point of the debug screen that I'm going to show you is how to increase these from the start if you want more than 25 when you're starting the game. So let's just get right into it. I'm just going to skip through everything. Game's going to start. And before you if you buy any gear, you buy weapons or armor, that's going to affect your stats. So I'd recommend doing this before you put on any of your gear so it doesn't mess with anything. But just click Shift O, and we're going to be able to enter in a few different codes just to increase your strength. And I'm going to link it in the description, but there's a really good guide that I found online, the how to use the console, which I'm pretty much going off of. And it shows a few basic things, how you can do the strength, agility, your different attribute stats, your gold, your virtue. And if you scroll through, there's a pretty big discussion that tells you how to do everything. So if you're confused or there's a specific thing you want to do, like the relationships, the time, weapon skills, stuff like that, just scroll through it, and you'll be able to find what you want. But for what I'm going to show you, it's just going to be these stats right here, the strength, agility, any stat. So I already have them queued up at the top. And before I do anything, I'm just going to type this. So that's what it's at, default. You're going to start with the default 25. And if you want to up that, Shift O. Let's just change that to 30. And as you can see, the strength went up to 30. You can do the same with melee weapons, with crossbows, your craftsmanship. I haven't been able to figure that out. You can't just, if you type in craftsmanship, You can see it doesn't change, but these stats, they will. So if you want to increase any of these, your melee weapon, your crossbow skills, any of that, you can just use the guide. And let's do, I don't know, agility. I already have it queued up. Just player underscore agility 30. Boom. It's all taken care of. And again, I'd recommend doing this before you put any armor on, because let's say you put on armor that decreases your strength by 5. It will still consider you having 25 strength at the beginning. So you'll have 20 strength. If you change it to 30, then you'll have 35 strength once you take off that armor. So it does factor into it. So if you just want a nice clean build without like overtly cheating, then I would do all of this before you put on any armor. But like I said, this guide by Wombat Warrior, big shout out, really helps out. All of the players kind of chipped in to talk about what they found when they were trying to, figure out how to use the console. I'm sure the dev has also said some things because he's really active in this game. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Just follow the beginning guides, opening the file so that you can open the debug and just use this guide to figure it out. There's an older guide, the most popular guide online, that talks about how you can go into the code and edit the starting stats so that the max is 35. But that code, the guide is really good, but I think the code has changed since then, and you can't go into the files and change it the same way that you used to be able to. So this is the workaround that I found. You can just increase your stats using the console, which is again Shift O. And that's pretty much how you do it if you want to make your character a bit more broken. But thank you for watching. I hope this helped anybody out who's trying to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.